Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing a request from a viewer with Boros Cycling. So this one goes out to Owen Finley. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's got an A and not an E, so I want to make sure I got it right. But Owen Finley in the comment section had asked us to do a Boros Cycling deck. Tossed out a couple of suggestions for cards that need to be in there, Zenith Flare, of course, being one of those, and away we go. We've got this cool deck. It's a ton of fun. I find it a little gimmicky. It does do what it's supposed to do, and it's really neat to kind of cycle through all your cards. We'll see how it goes. So before we get started, if you like the content that you're viewing, by all means, please hit the like and subscribe button. It certainly helps out the channel. We're getting ever so close to my lifetime goal of 1,000 subs. And away we go. So, all right. So, I know you guys have seen this. This has been around for a bit. There's a couple of people that are currently doing it. This is kind of my twist on it. It all depends on what cards you kind of toss in for the cycling, in my opinion. I also saw someone running Lurrus in this deck, and this is actually a really cool idea because the cards that you cycle out, you can then pull back out of the graveyard with Lurrus in it. I keep wanting to say Loralis, and it's not. There's not an extra R. There's not an extra U in there, so it is Lurrus. So that's going to be the companion for this one. We'll go for that. You are running the white C-mod, so go for it. So some of the staples in the deck, of course, Flourishing Fox is in there. Every time you cycle a card, it gets +1/+1. A lot of people tend to focus specifically on this card because he gets really big really fast. That's not the purpose of the deck. He basically just holds you up and kind of is a good stopgap for your opponents while you're just shuffling more cards into your library or into your graveyard for cycling for Zenith Flare in the end. Footfall Crater. You can put this on a creature if you really want to. It's mostly there because it's cycling 1, but it does fall into your color pie, so you could technically use this one if you want to. I mostly just cycle this card. That's what it's there for. Drannith Healer is kind of cool. Again, cycling 1, mostly there to go into the graveyard. It's not a bad idea if you're playing against mono red, for example, if you want to, every time you cycle a card, get a card back or get some life back for it. So it kind of serves both purposes. 9 times out of 10, I'll put this into the graveyard, but you never know. If it's in my hand, I might cast it. This one I do. The Valiant Rescuer, I'm okay with. Cycling 2, so this one's really designed for the creature itself. It's every time you cycle a card, you get a 1/1 creature token. That is really cool. There's so many cool things that you can do with that. Just coming up with a blocker. Like someone's going to attack you with a big creature, cycle a card. Now I've got 2 blockers, and all of a sudden your big creatures go nowhere. That's really a ton of fun. The Drannith Stinger, 2/2, and whenever you cycle a card deals 1 damage to each opponent, this just becomes irritating. You just ping them to death with this thing. Again, it's got cycling 1, so worst case scenario, we can end up in the graveyard as well. Go for Blood also has cycling 1, also falls into your color pie, and occasionally does come in handy, especially against larger creatures. If Flourishing Fox has gotten relatively large, you can use this to be able to take out larger creatures just to get them out of the way. And then you've got cards that literally are just here just because they're cycling 1. So reading the card doesn't matter. You just need to go, this goes to the graveyard. I've seen some people that put that tri-land in it that's got some black to maybe occasionally use it. I chose not to do that. You can go for that if you want. But most of this is just there for cycling. Mostly there for cycling. There's no reason to even read the cards. It's just because they're cycling 1. Those are the cards you're going for because it's 1 mana to do all of these crazy triggers. Here's the payoff. Zenith Flare is an instant. It's a blue, red-white. And if anyone saw my draft, which, judging from the views, not a lot of people do. It's the reason why I don't do drafts, to be perfectly honest with you. Zenith Flare does X damage and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards cycling in your graveyard. So clearly the goal for this one is to dump as many cards as you can into your graveyard so that you can eventually win the game just with this card. Sometimes if you're lucky with all the cycling you're doing, you end up with 2 of them. You can actually get a 2-for, do it on their turn, come back on your turn, and do it again. So that's the deck. So let's go play some games. Again, if you enjoyed the content, by all means, like, subscribe. Always super helpful. Again, getting super close. We'll do ranked. Sure, why not? We'll get killed with rank. Yeah, so I do have my lifetime goal of 1,000. I keep getting closer, and to be perfectly honest with you, for those who are longtime viewers of the channel, you would know I do this mostly as a hobby. I do have a real-time, full-time job. This is mostly something I do for fun. You're basically catching my evenings whenever I sit down to play Magic. I just decide to put a camera on while I'm doing it. But the fact that it's gotten so close, now I'm like kind of worried about it. I've watched subscribers kind of go up and go up and go up. This could actually work out. 1 mana hands are actually not that bad with all those cycling 1 cards. But yeah, so like over time, we're going to get a control deck. Actually, board wipes are not a bad thing. They actually help us out quite a bit if they board wipe, because they touch a whole bunch of cards with cycling into the graveyard for us. It's the counterspell that's the problem. But yeah, no, as the viewership and the subscribership has slowly grown over the year or so, year plus that I've been doing the channel, it's been like a novelty. I'm like, ooh, I passed 300. Ooh, I passed 400. As I'm getting closer to 1,000, it's like I'm super conscious of it. I'm like checking every day. Where am I at? Where am I at? Ooh, I lost one today. Ooh, I gained 3 today. So yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, being so close to the goal, it's like one of those. It's like those guys who are getting ready to hit home run records. They don't really pay attention to it till they've hit their 60th home run, and then they're like, ooh, I gotta really keep an eye out. Really wish we had drawn a land there. That would have been nice. But alas, the shuffle gods are not with us today. We've got oodles of mana in this deck. This should not happen, but alas, here we are. That's okay. If I have to discard a card, I know exactly where I'm going to go. Brazen Bar, cool. We'll discard that. I had another game just like this the other day where I think, and again, we didn't go over the mana base super well. I mean, because it's, all red, white lands. But to be able to sit down and go, like, how am I not pulling lands? Like, that's crazy to me. Especially with all the cycling that goes on. They can't counter cycling. My fear, of course, is because we're not drawing lands, we are falling way behind on this control deck. And it's a Fires deck. Oh, goody. And that's the fair. And we might as well just concede now. Unless we... And I'm even debating, even if it is a land, whether or not it's... Oh, it is a land, so it might not even be worth it. We are going to start dropping some of these cards out of our hand, though. Hey, another land. Look at that. They're all just bunched up in the middle there. Watch that. That's what we're going to get. We're going to get a mana club. My favorite thing. Let's try this. Sure. Oh boy, are we done. So, let's start cycling some cards. Give me better stuff to cycle, please. Let's go with the Stinger. Never gonna get that off anyway. Go for Blood would be useful. Let's force his hand a little. He's gonna block us. He's gonna double block us and kill it. That's fine. I've got another one. Yeah, that's my strong urge to be like, not getting any lands, like opening with a one-hander. I guess that should teach me. And we're good. And that's where we lose the game. So we're gonna let that one go at that point. Yeah, I should just let that one fly. With one land, I should have mulliganed on that one. But again, with as much cycling as we usually go through, we usually hit lands a lot easier than that. Since I did talk about it, let's go take a look real quick to make sure I'm not crazy. It is possible. I am getting old. Senility, senility is the thing. It does happen. Yeah, no, look. So we've got grand total of 20 lands, 10 plains, 6 mountains, 4 Sacred Foundries. That should have at least drawn a land in that time frame. But hey, that's magic. It happens. It's my own fault for putting it in competitive. If I had just gone with regular play, it would have been fine. But the minute that I'm actually trying to win some important games, or games of meaning or of some sort, nope. No basic John. I like that. Let's see if he keeps up with his name. I could call him for false advertising on that one. No, not that one. We went that one for the Fox. So what does no basic John run? Ooh. This should be interesting. That's a basic John. I'm already calling you out on it. So let's make sure we get this right. Put down one Fox, and then cycle. Get both triggers. Now the hope here, if this is, I can't imagine it's a mono white life gain considering this. This should be an interesting deck actually. All the glitters. No, you can have it. Oh, wow, would that have been nice. Okay. You've convinced me. Maybe I can pull another land. Sure did. So let's not let all that glitters get away from us. My suspicion is he's going to be building up on top of all of those, and I prefer that not to happen. That's one of the other problems I'm having with, like, I'm seeing a lot of the mutate decks where you have, like, one creature where they just dump, like, 17 things on. Yeah, see? That would have been our problem right there. That would have been a problem. That can enter tap. And Lurrus is going to go next. Like, so right now we're well on our way. Like, there's 8 damage here that we can pull off here. Healer's Hawk isn't going to help us a lot. Or help him out a lot, really. Alright, so what do we got? Yeah, see, that's what this whole deck's built around. Well, it's a little too easy not to let that happen, so let's not let him build more stuff onto his creatures, because that's the whole deck is built around. I recognize all his life gain is just gaining him up here, but if he doesn't have creatures to dump it on, that's really... Yep, there's a Healer's Hawk. This is an interesting deck. This is an interesting addition to this deck, actually. The Selesnya Enchantments deck. Non-basic John came with some fun. I like that. Season of Growth. But again, since he has no creatures, and we are super close. So let's go. Okay, so we're gonna have enough in the bag here to actually win this game. He can get the 2-1. That's fine. He can gain 2 and lose 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I imagine he's not going to swing. Sure. That'll gain him some life. That's cool. He's still losing 10. Gains 4, down 6. Holy cow. Sure. He gets the double trigger on lifelink. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so let's go and do this. And we're gonna hold. I assume he's gonna cast that Sentinel Eyes. Very nice. Again, it just takes one creature. One creature to attack. All the glitters, sure. This just got more challenging. He's going to gain 9. I'm going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My goodness. If I were playing my mono black deck, 1 murder. Like, all of the stuff we're stacking on this. He's gaining 10 a turn. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, this is getting out of hand quick. Yeah. I do have... I think I need to do this to stay alive. And that takes him down to 24. And unless we get a good removal piece, which we don't really have built in. A second Zenith Flare. Yeah, we're going to say good game on this one. Selesnya got way ahead of us. We did our best to try to keep that out. That's probably one of the other things that would be a bad idea to put into the deck, just for giggles, is Banishing Light. Just to handle little situations like that. I just couldn't find room in it. Alright, let's get another game in. Can't end a fun deck like this on a loss. Control and Celestia enchantments, though. I mean, we held up there. I mean, we did okay. It just couldn't get enough through. Couldn't get enough through. And that's why I said, like, it's an interesting gimmick for the deck. I'm not going to lie. We're not making the same mistake twice. It's an interesting gimmick for the deck. I will not lie. However, that's better. Let's toss that. Oh, watch, we're going to get mono red. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, lovely. Knew we'd get mono red. Interesting. Shadow Spear. Okay, this is not mono red. Can't cast spells from their graveyard. Oh no. Yeah, that 2/2 first strike is going to be a little bit of an issue. I'm not going to lie. Where's my Fox when I need him? No, you can have that. The lifelink on that alone. At least we've got answers now. He might not like it, but we do have a way to block that now. I might not like it. He's just going to put Shadow Spear on the knight anyway. What's he do? What's he do? What's he do? There we go. Foxy, foxy. We're going to hold. Thank you very much. What do you do? No, you can have that. Pump it all the way up, please. Do it. There we go. Perfect. Because what we'll do is we'll kill it next turn. We're going to drop that into the graveyard. And we're going to drop that into the graveyard. He can't pump it up, so we are going to go for blood on that. And we're going to go the Stinger, please. And we're good. This does shut down Lurrus, and that's actually a really good addition to add in. One damage to each opponent. Okay. Blazing Volley. Cool. You can come in and get me if you like. That's what I thought. Would have been nicer. No, we're going to hold for now. Swordfish Crusader, cool card. Alright, let's start cycling. We're going to go for blood on the champion, which has been a pain in my neck. And swing here. There we go. Haha, he actually helped me out. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Yeah, see, I told you about the go for blood. That is genuinely helping out the deck here. He can if he wants. Shadow Spear is where he wants to put that. Do I cycle? No, he can have that. It depends on the next card that comes up, to be perfectly honest with you. This is actually a really cool deck. I like the idea what this is going for here. Ah, all the lands. We get that, all the lands on this one. Not being able to cast any of these out of here is killing me. It is killing me. And of course we hit a land. Can I still cycle that? Nope. Alright. More land. We go from two different extremes on the last games. Sure. A Zenith Flare would be amazing right now, just saying. No, no Zenith Flare, thanks. There's 4 of them in the deck. I'm not going to get to them at all. Not at all. I'm going to rotate through my entire deck. Half and not see one. Sure. They're all at the bottom apparently. Like, this is actually kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, literally halfway through the deck, haven't seen a Zenith Flare. Because at this juncture, Zenith Flare wins me the game. Oh, look. More land. Oh, look. More land. Like, that's crazy to me. 28 cards in. No Zenith Flares. They're all at the bottom. That's cool. Death touch creature on a token on a creature I control. I'm going to pick Lurrus. I'm going to cycle again, hoping for another Zenith Flare, because it's got to come up at some point in time, right? No? No, I think I'm going to keep that. I actually don't want to pitch that. So we're going to cast that. No, enters tapped for me. Let's pitch that. No Zenith Flares. Like, seriously? Like, this is actually getting kind of crazy. Look at all the cards I've got in my graveyard. Still none, huh? Finally! 21. Boom! Finally! It only took forever to finally get to one Zenith Flare to win the game on that. Holy cow! Alright, that's a way to end that one. I do hope you liked the video. Please let me know in the comments down below how you built your Boros cycling deck. Like and subscribe while you're there. It'd be super helpful to the channel. And until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.